Woohoo! Woohoo! Welcome back to another talking video, and here we are again for another sequel. Fun and Serious as a Christian 2. Fun and Serious as a Christian 2. I just thought I would make a sequel for this video on this topic, and you'll probably hear a few things that sound familiar and a few other points that have come to mind for the sequel for this topic. So let us get started. And to start off by mentioning something familiar again, this topic came to my mind when I was thinking back on all of the years that I have been a youth leader. You know, right after high school, in the early 2010s, I did a youth ministry internship at Shiloh United Methodist Church in Cincinnati, Ohio. And then, just down the street, I spent a number of years helping out at Anderson Ferry Church of Christ. And with both of these churches, I have some memories that stand out from my time as a youth leader. And I will never forget a funny moment when I was helping to supervise Vacation Bible School at Shiloh United Methodist Church one year. And this one student who was in the group I was supervising, she just said randomly, "Very plump." Very plump. That has always stayed with me, and that was funny back then, and it is still funny today. And then, a couple of years after that moment, I remember one night when I was helping to supervise a class of middle school boys. There was me and two other guys who were in their 60s at the time, and they were showing a video to everyone to make the point that you can still have fun as a Christian. And of course, they were promoting the pure kind of fun. And I can still remember the video that was shown to all of us in that class one night. The two other gentlemen who were running that class, they were showing a video of a worship concert where you had a couple thousand people in a stadium where they were having a nice and wonderful time praising the Lord at a worship concert. And yes, I can definitely appreciate the point that those guys were making for the middle schoolers. And I have talked about this before, where you can definitely still have fun as a Christian. Your life does not have to be really, really boring all of the time. As long as you're safe and choose the pure kind of fun, then yeah, you can still have fun as a Christian. But what I would like to add to this is that in addition to having the pure fun, let us remember the serious side as well with our faith and with our behavior. You know, some people may only want to focus on the pure fun, and they never give a thought to studying the Bible. And as a follower of God, in addition to the pure fun, we still want to study the Bible, because the Bible is what we go with. And if we never study the Bible, then we will never know what we are instructed to do, and also we will not know what we are supposed to resist. You know, the Bible tells us what is right according to God and what is wrong according to God. And I would just like to kindly encourage everyone out there, even if you have a busy schedule like I do, I would just like to kindly encourage anyone out there that they can find the time to study the Bible and know the Bible more and more and more and more, so you can know what is right according to God and what is wrong according to God, and to take the Bible's wisdom with you everywhere that you go. And I certainly hope that when you know the Bible more and more and more, you can resist what is wrong and do what is right according to God. And of course, we also want to remember the serious part in our life, where we are focused at all times, because it can happen in serious situations or in fun situations. It can happen at any moment where we are tempted with sin. And yeah, we definitely want to be on our guard and be strong in the Lord, and be strong enough to say, no, I am not giving in to that sinful idea. I'm going to do what is right. And, if that involves getting up and leaving so you do not give in to sin, or if that means that you do not go over to someone's house or to some other place where sin is happening, yeah, be strong at all times and be focused, so you can resist the sin and evil ideas that come your way. I have seen it where there have been people who have only wanted to focus on the fun in life, but then, there are people who never care about reading the Bible, and they get careless and they give in to sin. And I've talked about this before, but I will mention it again. There are people who get careless with their actions and their words, and they give in to sin. And they are not acting like a true example as a Christian towards other people. And when people get careless and give in to sin, they make a big mess out of their lives by giving into addictions and becoming single parents. And, I mention all of this because, I could not help but think about this and how it has happened to at least a few people my age and with some of my students over the years. Other people have tempted these people with sinful ideas, and they have given into sinful ideas, and it hurts me. It really, really hurts me when people give into sin and they make a big mess out of their lives. But you do not have to end up that way. And I mention all of this out of love and care for you. And like I've said, remember to choose the pure fun and resist the wrong, and remember the serious side as well with our life and our faith. Choose the pure fun, but also remember the serious side, which is studying the Bible and having a daily devotional, and always be on your guard so you can resist sin and evil and temptation. And I believe that you can do it. I believe that you can do it. And, well, I have talked so far about reading the Bible and knowing the Bible more and more. And I just wanted to share a few Bible verses today. And you can find these verses in the description for this video. And, well, this relates to some things that we should do and something that we should not do. But I would like to start off by sharing a verse from 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 17. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 17. Which is, pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. And in the NIV version, it is pray constantly. Pray constantly. Pray without ceasing. Pray constantly. It's very good for us who follow God that we pray for everything that we are going to do. We pray that we can have a good day where we can behave in a way that honors God, and we pray for things that are going on because life happens, and we pray for situations that happen, and we pray for other people that we know, and we pray for what is going on in the world. And when we are waiting for a result on something, say that we have applied to a job, well, we can pray to God, and we can pray for the result of what will happen there. Will we get that job or not? And Lord, where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to go? What do you want me to do? And I know that over the last few years especially, I have prayed that I can get through another summer at the gate at Lakeside so I can handle every situation that comes my way with every customer, that I can handle everything wisely. And I am very happy that I have survived all of these summers that I have worked at the gate. And of course, pray for me that things can go well again for my time at the gate in 2026 and beyond. And so, let us remember to pray constantly, pray without ceasing. And then for something that we should not do, we do not want to give in to making filthy jokes and talking in a way that is crude or disgusting. We never want to do that. And I think about a couple of verses from the book of Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths. And then in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 4, let there be no filthiness, nor foolish talk, nor crude joking, which are out of place. But instead, let there be thanksgiving. Let there be no filthiness, nor foolish talk, nor crude joking, which are out of place. But instead, let there be thanksgiving. You know, it can definitely happen, I think, at all ages. It can happen in school, and it can happen with adults, where people are making crude and disgusting, filthy jokes. But we are instructed in the book of Ephesians that we do not ever want to make crude or filthy jokes, but rather let us all keep our language clean. Let us all keep our language clean. And let us keep our words and our actions clean, and inspire other people to keep their words and actions clean. And to think and behave in a pure way. And of course, one other verse that comes to mind when we think about what we should do, this is from Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Let us all keep our thoughts in a pure kind of place, and let us all behave in a pure way. And again, inspire other people to behave in a pure way, to think and behave in a pure way. And like I've said, choose the pure fun, and there are plenty of pure fun activities in this world. If you are into the roller coasters, that is definitely pure fun. And painting and drawing is pure fun. And it's really neat to see what kind of artwork is created after all the time you've put in to painting or drawing something. But yeah, painting and drawing is pure fun. And shuffleboard is fun, along with mini golf and volleyball and gaga ball. Very fun. Very pure fun. You know, there are pure fun activities in this world, and I certainly hope that you can choose that kind of fun. And also at the same time, remember the serious side with our faith, and do not neglect reading the Bible. But rather, I hope that you can find the time to read the Bible and know it more and more. And also, like I've said, always be on your guard. In the fun situations and the serious situations, always be on your guard, because we can be tempted at any time to sin. And always be on your guard so you can say no to sin and evil and temptation. And I certainly believe that you can. I believe that you can do it, that you can say no to sin and evil and temptation, and you can do what is right. And like a soldier, stay focused, and do what is right for God. And no, when I say like a soldier, I'm not going to ask you to do 500 push-ups or 100 push-ups, but rather just keep your focus. Keep your focus at all times so you can resist what is evil and wrong, and that you can do what is right according to God. I know I would never want to see anyone out there suffer for a long time from just one sinful choice. And we've all made mistakes, but we can learn from our mistakes and go forward, growing and maturing and improving. And yeah, I certainly hope that all of this has made sense today. Choose the pure fun as a Christian, and also remember the serious side as a Christian, that we study the Bible and that we can always be on our guard so we can resist what is wrong and we can do what is right for God. I just wanted to share all of that today for this sequel video. I hope it's all made sense. And of course, you can find this video in the playlist with the other serious talking videos. And if you ever feel like returning at one point to listen to this video again, it will always be here on YouTube. So thank you again for listening. Stay well and be safe. And I will see you later. Thank you.